Right. Holy crap, we're live, Batman! You don't look like Fernando! What happened to Fernando? Alright. Hey guys! Pop on. Do your things. Tell us where you're from! You know the deal. Alright, so did it come up? I don't know. Let's refresh it. It's live now. Okay. There we go. I guess it's this one. That's that one. Alright, so there we go. Alright. Yeah. Hey, Alexander! Sweden!
What's up?
Hey! I wonder if Tony's gonna be here. our England. Oh, yeah, turn the volume all the way down. Turn the volume all the way down. Okay, so if you guys caught the earlier, Fernando had a family emergency today and had to call in the day. What's up, Dave? So, filling in the role of Fernando.
I'm not his wife.
No. Okay. We'll get to that. That's where I'm going. Good call, Dave. Good call. Okay, so as an emergency, I was going to have my wife fill in for Fernando, but then Paul at the last minute said, hey, I'll do it. I was afraid to ask him because this whole sitting in front of the camera thing, my wife was petrified, didn't want to do it. Paul came to the rescue and is going to fill in the role of Fernando today. Cute wife. He's adorable, isn't he? No. So Paul, as most of you don't know, is the actual owner of 5 Star. Yay! So
NOLA, New Orleans.
Yeah.
We got somebody from there. What's up, Mark?
So today, if you have any questions about business, along with questions about car stereo, please feel free to ask. My wife just joined. That would be the Susan.
That's not me.
That's my wife, not Paul. Paul.
What's up, Border? How you doing, buddy?
So yeah, if you have questions other than about the actual technical crap, please feel free. And there's Paul's wife right there, Minnie. Minnie just joined. Hey Ed. Oh wow, I guess that would be my wife putting up the angry sign. Okay, we're picking on her. All right, no we're not. Nothing but love, guys. Nothing but love. Okay, so as usual, to recap the week. Last week was a fun and exciting week. Not really. Anything stick out in your mind from last week?
Last week? Yeah, it was a busy week.
Was it a busy week?
Yeah, it was very busy, yeah.
So, Paul doesn't do any installation work. He's the man behind the counter. He's the guy answering the phone. If you guys ever call with technical questions and made the mistake of calling for technical questions, usually he'll run over and ask one of us, but otherwise he'll try to defend the question or pretend like he's answering the question while he's running over to get us or talk to us out of the walkie-talkie. So, it wasn't me. Yeah, okay. Hey guys, hope all is well. Yes, today was a good day.
Yeah.
Today was a Monday. Yeah. No one died, so okay.
Well, what's up, Darius?
That's actually scary because it's one of the reasons why Fernando's not here today. Ooh, so we won't go there. So, whose channel on YouTube? It's my channel. He owns it. If that makes any sense. 5 Star is Paul's. This is his baby. He started this how many years ago?
30 years ago, but we've been here for about 8 years. So Mark wants to know what's the biggest hurdle to finding and keeping installers. Best single advice to another owner. Keep the guys happy. You know, gotta.
Oh. Keep going.
You gotta keep them happy. You know, give them some incentives, and you know.
And I'm the hardest guy in the world to work with. I'll be straight up with you. The persona that I give, no, I'm the hardest guy in the world to work with.
But he's a good guy.
I'm bipolar, I think. I don't know. I'm
he's really easy to work with. He's not that bad.
He's being way nicer. But I mean, yeah, it's all about a lot of the. Have you guys received the DRV
N2520? That's probably going to be like next month sometime.
Is that the camera?
That's the camera for the Kenwood.
Yeah, they said it was going to be a month later. So
yeah,
that's kind of why we're holding out on doing the review on that radio, is because I want to be able to do both at the same time. I feel that that's going to be the real selling point on that radio. So I don't want to shoot 2 videos and bore the hell out of you guys with it. So
yeah. But it's cool though. We see it work and.
Well, I mean, if you saw the Daytona, when we went to the spring break Daytona, we had the one there and totally scared the shit out of Bill with it. What's up, Sean?
What's up, Sean? Hey, Sue.
Big Red. Hey guys, when you guys need boxes built, hit this guy Sean right here. This is Bright Star. This is who we have build our boxes. So
Yeah, he's good.
Sean's the guy. He'll build you anything you need. He's probably cussing at me right now. But no. By the way, I love how you guys do the wiring. Thank you.
What's up, Jesus?
Thank you. That's just my OCD to the nth degree. As Paul will attest to you, when I come to him and go, "Hey, we need these things now," and he just goes, "Oh, I'm gonna have to raise the install price again."
Yeah.
Yeah,
we do. We put a lot of money like that we don't charge into the work that we do just to make sure it's done right. We don't care. We want to make sure it's right, and we don't want complaints, and that's why we get repeat business like that. So.
Yeah, it's a total switch from the way he started doing business, and that was one of the reasons.
Thanks, Sean.
Why we camel toe. Oh, good one. Anyways, that was part of the. There he is, Tony, my man.
What's up, Tony?
Tony. What's up, Dean DePaul from Omaha, Nebraska. Heck yeah, man. Omaha.
I'm gonna be like Peyton Manning. Omaha.
Tony lives in the UK. He is. Tony, you haven't missed any shows. This guy stays up.
Thanks for the support, Tony.
Yeah, I mean, it makes me want to go to the UK and just hang out with this guy. Yeah.
We might be coming there for a boat trip this year. We don't know.
You might. I won't.
Yeah, we'll see.
I don't know what the hell you're doing. I don't get those kind of vacations. But anyways, back to the install real quick. Dallas.
X is in the house.
I've told the Dallas joke. I won't tell it again. Yeah, it was putting in, trying to get them to buy and do things to make a like when you see our installs and you see them on Instagram, or we did them. I mean, other than the heat shrink that say 5-star on them, we've tried to make it so that we have that's what we do. What's up from Houston, Texas? We got a lot of people.
So
from
Ed
Texas.
wants to know, I installed an Alpine system in my sister's Hyundai Accent recently, and the 10-inch Alpine sub isn't getting into the cabin well. Any advice on channeling bass into the car better? Already built box to spec sported for best SQL.
Ooh, that's always a tough one.
Did you try removing the factory subwoofer?
Yes. Does it have a factory sub? If it does, a lot of those Hyundais have a factory sub, and if they don't have the factory sub, they have a plate covering where the factory sub would be, which sucks because you got to pull at the rear deck to typically get it out, or drill it from the bottom. That would be a good place to start to see if there's anything that can be removed from the rear deck. The other thing that helps too is sound deadening. If you can sound deaden the trunk lid, the side panels, the back, any sound deadening you can add to the trunk will cause it to vibrate less and push the sound more forward. It seems weird, but yes, definitely those are the things you want to look into. The other thing too is at the end of the day, you may just need a bigger woofer. So. Jealous 5-star heat shrink. Oh, whatever, Sean. You're silly. Dave, thanks for the feedback on how to watch videos on my radio. I finally got that to work. Awesome. Sweet. Yeah, that was, yeah, I can't believe we hadn't shot that video yet. No factory sub was thinking sound deadener, but she's cheap. If she's cheap, then she gets cheap bass. That's my, yeah, I mean, you're right. Sound deadening would be the way to go. Sound deadening is not cheap. The other thing you can try too, and this is a little ghetto, but if the seat folds down, if you can just jack the seat down some, maybe put a spacer there, just to create more air between the front and the back, unless she's got kids, in which case you can't do that, but yeah, like you said, fold down the back seat. Yeah, no, don't necessarily fold it down. If you can just get a gap there, then you're good. Why is it that when Fernando is absent on Facebook isn't freezing? Coincidence? Oh!
Maybe I'll do it every week.
You'd have to fight him for that. I don't know. He really looks forward to that.
Another thing, the guy with the sub box.
Yes.
If it's a ported box, you could probably get a little more output. I'm not sure if you said it was a ported or sealed. You might want to try a ported box if it's not already. That'll give you a little more sound.
Yeah, totally. Ported box is the way to go. Why she doesn't know doesn't... Oh, what she doesn't know doesn't hurt her. Oh, jeez. Okay, good one. All right, everyone's chiming in on that one. That was a good one there. Subscribe to my channel, Maverick Valor Pictures of a Bird and His Son. Put a link to it in the show notes, man. I would love to check out your channel. I'm a YouTube addict now. That's what I said. You get what you pay for. She's got that fancy seat cover, and it doesn't allow the seat to fold down. Yeah.
Oh, Greg joined. What's up, Greg? That's Auto Styles, Greg. What's up, bud?
Just throwing it out there, huh? Noob! Okay, so for those of you just coming in, this is Paul. This is the illustrious owner of 5 Star. A little bit about Paul. He's from Ohio, so all you Ohio guys, best website to get American-based products cheap. I just called Bob. Okay, American Brace was started by this guy right here and his brother Bob. So just call Bob direct, right?
Yeah.
And annoy the crap out of him.
Just call him direct. Or call American Base direct there in Ohio, and just tell him that you bought some stuff from him like 30 years ago. He'll give you a good deal, even though you didn't. So, but it's okay.
What was okay?
I love.
Go back one.
Which one?
Okay. I thought there was a lot of that's what I said. What was after that? Greg, best website. Okay. But thanks for the advice. Okay, that was it.
Yeah,
hello, enjoy your videos. Vaughn, love that name. Go Tribe. Oh, geez. I'm guessing that's for you.
Go Tribe, baby. Go Cavs. Go Browns.
Go LeBron.
They're gonna win it this year again. I hope.
Not a chance. I have no horse in the game. You know, I don't follow basketball.
So, Trayvon Griffin, he wants to know. I love trunk rattle. My 12 sound like thunder. I have a question. I'm debating between Memphis 6.5 components or Infinity 6.5-inch components. Which ones sound better?
Rockford.
Okay.
Go for the Rockford. No, I mean, really, I mean, the Infinity Kappas are really nice. If I had to choose between those two speakers, I personally would get the Infinity. If I had to choose between other speakers about that same price point, I would look at the Rockford Punch. Those are going to be the speakers I would personally want to own if I was in that price category. To me, those sound better. Yes, and that's what we sell.
So John wants to know, if I run 2 8-ohm speakers in parallel to 4-ohm bridge to the amp, will channels 1 and 2 see a 2-ohm load? Also plan to run 8-ohm speakers the same way to channels 3 and 4, and will the amp see a 2-ohm load?
So 4-ohm mono and 2-ohm stereo is the exact same load. So if you put an amplifier, a stereo amplifier at 4-ohm mono, it's the exact same load as if you were doing 2-ohm stereo. So yeah, it's the exact same power. It's the exact same. It's what the amplifier is seeing. So 4-ohm mono would be fine.
So Vaughn wants to know, how often do you guys install the Pioneer 9605?
How often do we install it?
Like maybe once a week?
It's one of his favorite amps.
Yeah. It has a bass knob.
It's got a bass knob. Jesus Christ. We install it quite a bit. My biggest complaint with that amplifier is the speaker inputs for the highs. The holes are just way too small. So we end up having to put ferrules and solder the ferrules to make them more rigid. And not over tighten them, which is real easy to do with the Allen key. Other than that, the amp's got a ton of power. It does have the one inherent flaw that all Pioneer amps have, and Pioneer will not admit to this, is that after it turns off, it does go, and that's kind of annoying. But other than that, it's great price, great amp.
So Tony said, Paul, what's it like knowing your company's in good hands? I can sleep at night most of the time.
I don't sleep at night at all. I sleep we all know. I sleep none. I mean, look at the bags. Look at the hair. Yeah,
he sleeps good.
I sleep like shit. Okay, go on.
Who's the new guy? No Fernando. I'm Paul. I'm the owner.
Fernando had to step out today for a family emergency. Hopefully he'll be back tomorrow. Not that matters because you won't see him again until next Monday. I might make him just pop in and say hi just to make y'all feel better. So
Fro said, I do videos for the company I work for, and you guys have been a lot of help in finding a format to follow. For hats off, I thank you. Awesome.
I mean, my biggest inspiration for a lot of this was a YouTuber slash podcaster, Fro Knows Photo. He's a real charismatic character that talks about photography, which is where I started. Slowly he evolved into video, and have kind of used him as an example of what to do and how to do it. So if you really want to check something out, check out Frodo's Photo. He's got a lot of good information there on how to work cameras and stuff.
So John says, yes, thanks fellas. Also, Paul, do you know any contacts with Drop-In Hertz car audio? Honestly, never heard of them. Any plans to carry the Hotel Series subs? I'm sorry, I don't know anything about those.
Drop-In Hertz.
Drop-In Hertz, baby. Vladimir Martinez. My PDX amps have crossover points. My Hertz Enbro come with a crossover over networks. Finally, my AVIC 5000 NEX has crossover points. Should all three products have a crossover point, or should I rely on one?
You know, that's a good question. We just did the weekly question this week was on that basic topic. And actually right now I'm getting ready to film a video on showing people what passive crossovers actually do, because a lot of people don't get that. But pick one. So like if a speaker comes with a passive crossover network, you definitely want to use it unless you're going to go active, meaning you're going to put a channel in the tweeters, channel in the mid-range, channel in the subs. If not, if you're just going to front rear sub, you're going to want to use the passive crossover networks. Then when it comes to whether I want to use the amplifier or the radio, the 5000 has a really nice crossover in it, 612, 1824 dB. If you can make that work. Now the one problem with the 5000, it does not have memory. So that is the one headache with the NEX. At that point, I would use the radio to get an idea of where you want the crossover points, then walk back to the amplifier and set those crossover points up on the amplifier. So that if you do lose power, they're baked in. Okay.
David wants to know, hey guys, like your videos, very knowledgeable from Canada. I have a Maestro RR and a CH2 harness hooked up with my DMX 7704, which is the new radio.
Okay.
The purple white wire on the CH2 harness and the Kenwood harness is where I wire up for my rear camera for reverse to enable camera. Or do I still need to tap into the reverse wire elsewhere for it to work?
No, the purple white wire goes to the purple white wire. Turn it on in the radio settings, and then when you put it in reverse, the radio will automatically switch over. And then you want to use to power up the camera, unless it's got a factory camera. It might have a factory camera. Either way, purple white to purple white. You don't have to do. That's the whole great thing about the RRs or the pack harnesses, is that everything gets done here in the front of the car, and you don't have to go hunting for stuff. So it makes life easier. Micah just. Hey, Micah, what's going on?
Hey, what's up, Micah? So, Jesus, I'm on the step. I need mounts, the amps. What do you guys use to do that? I see some plastic sheets you guys cut to size. Are they ABS? Is the question he's asking. If so, what thickness?
Okay, so we use two different types of plastic. We use ABS, and we use it in both 1/8 and 1/4 inch. And then we also use a product called Sintra, which is basically just blown PVC. And we use that in 1/8, 1/4, and 1/2. Most of the amp racks you see us build are built out of either one of those products. 1/4 inch seems to be ideal if you're going to put it under a seat. If you're trying to build a bigger amp rack like you've seen in some of our videos, those we just immediately go to the 1/2 inch. As far as screwing the amps down, we use 1/2 inch screws, and then we drill. The nice thing is you can drill through the product and put zip ties in, which you've seen me do. Takes forever. It's a lot of fun. It looks really nice. But Amazon, believe it or not, will sell this. Sells ABS in sheets. Usually you can get like a 2x4 foot or an 18x24 foot piece from Amazon. The other thing to look at is the Sintra stuff. Usually you can buy that at a local sign shop because it's what they use to put their signs on. So sometimes you can get like scrap. That's what we do. We actually have a sign, fast signs in our plaza, and we get a lot of, we're buddies with them, so they give us all their scrap. We still buy 4x8 sheets because they're scrap we usually use for like making speaker pods and stuff like that.
So Charles wants to know, for a total of 2400 watt RMS, what kind of second battery should I get?
That's like we did today. The Stinger SPV 44 is really nice and affordable. They also make the SoundQuest. What is that? What's the SoundQuest? The 35?
The SQ2000.
SQ2000. Okay, yeah, numbers guy. And then they also make a red top version of the SPV 44. Check out the SPV 44. That'll give you a baseline of what you want to get. Obviously, there's a bunch of manufacturers that make batteries, but that would be a good place to start. Really, at the end of the day, when it comes to batteries, two things you want to keep in mind. Get the biggest one you can fit and spend the most money you can. That's it. Because The bigger the battery is, the longer playtime you have, and the louder it'll be. So batteries you just don't want to skimp on, but there's obviously constraints in size.
So Juan wants to know, have you guys ever done a complete system replacement in 98 to 2000 Lexus LS400?
Yeah, that's the
Yeah, we done quite a few of those.
Yeah, that's a common car.
Yeah.
I mean, we haven't recorded any yet in video because it just comes down to time and whether. But we've done a lot of those in the past. I don't know if we've done any recently since we started recording videos, but yeah, it's a fairly common car. Plus, it just depends. If they're just doing a radio, we haven't thought to film those. We're going to start doing more of just the basic, like, video recordings for simpler things than full-blown crazy systems like we've been doing. Actually, I think tomorrow's video will be something like that, where we scaled it down a bit and we're just doing normal system, like a 5-channel amp.
So David, he asked earlier question about the Kenwoods, the 7704. He said he has a aftermarket camera. It's all new
Okay.
camera.
Yeah, so you want to make sure you run the power for the camera up to behind the radio to the red and black wires. So don't use the purple white to power the camera. It's a 500 milliamp output that's just enough to trigger the purple white wire in the back of the radio. It's not an actual power lead for the camera. So power the camera off of accessory and ground. That way you'll be able to use the camera switch on the radio.
Okay, so Gabe wants to know, 8000 NEX any good? Upgrading from a 4500?
Oh God, yeah, that's like lightning. Yeah. Okay, next.
Jason wants to know, do you get a lot of requests for sound deadening, door panels, etc. during installation?
So when we do speaker installations, like you've seen, if you've watched any of our videos, you see where we've done installation videos, like we did a Toyota Tacoma where we actually stopped the video and we said, not everyone wants to do this. When we educate people on them and then give them the option, most of the time we'll close the deal doing the sound deadener. Some people just don't care. It's definitely worth whatever you spend on sound deadening. I mean, it improves the sound, makes it better. Fast rings, Roadkill, Dynamat, whatever it is you're using, will 100% make it sound better. But it's expensive, and when you're trying to get that across to somebody without when you bang on a piece of metal, ding, 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 and they go, oh, it's $100.
Yeah, if you got a couple $100 to do it, it's definitely worth it if you're doing a nice system. So, okay, Charles wants to know, thank you, and what do we need to look into the battery to get the appropriate one? Just comes down to the wattage of your amplifier. So just
like the SPV 44 is kind of the middle size. Stinger puts like a power rating, like if you have so many watts, get this battery. The 44 is just a real common, like the 44 according to this
1320
is 1320, and then if you go up to their
the 70 is 2100.
Yeah, the SPV 70, which is double the size, the bigger one. It's really nice, kind of affordable. Hey, Dave Cos.
What's up, Dave?
Love your shot, man.
Yeah.
Saw those pictures on Instagram. Way to go, buddy.
Yeah.
Looking sharp. Damn, I'm jealous. I wish I had that much room.
I hope you caught the thieves.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he got broken into. That sucks.
Yeah. All right.
So Ed wants to know, 10-inch subwoofer that can handle 650 watts RMS and take a beating. I play my subs for hours on long drives. My Ari Audio SXC10 gets smelly after 15 minutes of play. It only takes 400 watts RMS, and yes, amps are set with DD1 and subsonic is set good. Boxes 1.8 cubes, lot ported 33 hertz. I love low frequency bass.
All right, so what would you sell them?
650 watts. I mean, you might want to look into like like I said, we sell Scar, Sundown, something in that kind of realm. Something that's got high SPL. Check out their VVX, which handles like 600 watts, dual 4.
Or the DDX.
Or the DDX at 1,000 watts.
The DDX Scar was their more musical version of the woofer. The VVX is more of a just all day long. So
Tone says, love your videos and installs. My question is, where in an 05 Grand Marquis is the best ground in the trunk? I have a 4-channel mono amp with extra battery.
Typically when I'm grounding in that trunk, there's those, like when the trunk opens, there's those arms that go there. And then you have the giant hump where the suspension rides. I usually ground it somewhere in there. If I'm doing a battery and I set it down on the side rails, I'm grounding it down there, but I'm running a bolt through like the wheel well and sanding the paint, doing all that fun stuff. The car is a fairly well-built car. I've never had a grounding issue in that car. But don't be afraid to drill a hole and run a bolt through it.
So Christian wants to know, having two different lengths of grounds from amp affect anything?
No.
From being at a different location?
No, I mean, anytime we do a multiple amp system, I mean, for the pretty ones, we'll run. But no, I mean, if you've seen any of the pictures where we have an amp under this seat and amp under this seat, they're two totally different length grounds. They're two they have nothing to do with one another. If the car has a good ground, you're fine. And sometimes, like, check the battery underneath the hood. That's the best thing. If you have leftover ground, like a piece of leftover 4-gauge ground, most cars only have like an 8-gauge ground. Don't be afraid to take one of those little pieces of 4-gauge, put 2 ring terminals on it, and add another ground to the battery. It's not going to hurt anything, and it will be better. It's they say the big three. Really, at the end of the day, you need to just improve the ground from the battery to the frame.
So Mark, is there a virtual tour of the store, front or bay? It might be still one up on yp.com if you just put in like 5-Star Car Stereo, Clearwater, Florida. It may still be up. I'm not sure. I haven't checked in a while, but you can check that out.
Back in December, we did a tour of the install bay. That's up on the YouTube channel and the from the install bay playlist. Back in I believe that was December. We did that. So if you want to see, we do a 360 tour of the install bay and talk about all the stuff hanging on the walls and what we use.
So Gabe's asking, what frequency do I tune a ported box for loud bass that can be heard from blocks away?
Most people go for between that 32 to 34 hertz. That seems to be the magic number. Yeah, I'd say 32 to 34 hertz.
Charles wants to know, my last question, which gauge size to hook up my door speakers to the amp will have 100 to 130 watts RMS to the speakers?
16 gauge should be fine. That's plenty of times, because you got to remember, you're also going to be crossing that over, so it's not like you're going to be getting the full power. Well, I mean, you're going to be, yes, 16 gauge will do the trick. That's good enough. If the car has a factory 16 gauge, you're fine. If it doesn't, like it's a Toyota and it's got like 18 gauge, then yeah, you're
and then follow up, he said he bought 16 gauge on Amazon.
Perfect.
Should I change it or it's good? It's good.
No, 16 is good. As long as it's OFC. If you got 16 gauge aluminum crap,
yeah, you don't
want to use that. That's garbage.
Stanley says 4 8-inch scars are insanely loud in my F-150 custom box. We'll bring by for you to hear.
All right, please
awesome.
do.
Yeah,
yes,
bring it by.
please. I'm always amazed by 8s. I had 8s back in '93 when I had my Mitsubishi Eclipse. I had 2 Orion XTR 8s and a Bandpass, and it just blew my mind. Everyone was like, "What do you got in there?" But I love, dude. 8s back then were nothing like those things are now. They're just as tall as they are round. It's crazy.
So Russ, awesome video, guys. Thanks. My C5 Corvette has a DIN and a half stock radio. Are special brackets needed to install a double DIN edge unit, or are they generic?
Metra,
Actually,
yeah.
Metra's got a double DIN kit coming out, so just wait. Check on their website. I'm not.
MetraOnline.com.
Yeah, so check them out. No, I don't think it's shipping yet because we haven't on order. We don't have it yet.
It's actually the whole bezel,
yeah.
So it's going to replace the whole dash. But yes, a double DIN will not fit in there. I mean, you can kind of get like one of these 6.2 non-motorized to kind of fit from behind, and it's a ½ inch shorter than it needs to be. But Metra's going to have the whole big dash, so that's going to be really cool. And while we're talking about online, if you'd like to get a nice 5-star t-shirt, go to teesprings.com/5star-T. Spell it all out. Or you can just go to teesprings.com and type in 5-star. I believe they're going to be on sale until the end of this week. So support the cause. That would be great. We'll put a link to it in the show notes as always. But yeah, check out the 5-star shirt you guys have been asking for. And until the next one. Okay, so next question.
I like how you guys talk about SCAR. Christian's asking. Currently, I have 2 18-inch SCARs EVLs, and they're doing really good for the price on them. Yeah, their prices are really good. You can't beat them for the price. I mean, they're a lot cheaper than other brands around, the same kind of wattage. The SCAR sub that Ed wants to know, the SCAR sub that you're talking about, how much is it? I think it's roughly about $140 each. So
he knows prices. I know no prices. So price questions. Today's the day.
okay, so Donald, is there a big difference between quality RCAs and just regular RCAs? Symptoms, lights, skosh from Walmart when it comes to the most installs? Can you really hear a difference?
That's a funny one. And that's a great question because that is a huge debate. Stinger makes their 9000 series cables, which are hundreds of dollars, all the way down to the new Stinger Select cable, which are tens of dollars. It's a scale. It's like anything else. If you're pouring a Coke into a glass, you don't necessarily need a Yeti, but you might want one. If you're eating McDonald's, you don't need fine china. So you scale it accordingly. If you buy a nice amplifier, it doesn't hurt to get a nice RCA. Is it the most important thing on the planet? No. Is it something worth spending money on? Yeah, you want a nice RCA, but you don't need a $150 RCA. A nice RCA. I mean, if you're getting, sound-wise, you probably never hear the difference unless you're whining and cheesing. You're like, did you hear that? No, no. Then yeah, but spend the money. I mean, I spend the money. I buy the nicer cables. I'm neurotic like that. If you're not, those cables are fine. I put in tons of those Scosche cables. A lot of people bring those kits in. We've never had an issue with one. It's a twisted pair. It's a nice little cable. It'll do the trick.
Yeah, as long as you buy copper, then you're good.
I mean, we're not, it's not like you're putting in a Thesis amplifier that costs $15,000. In which case, yeah, spend $400 on a good RCA cable.
Yeah.
Okay,
But you can tell the difference.
beat the head. Okay.
Okay, so Jason says, I do a Sundown Audio SA10, so that's a good sub, yeah.
Yeah, love the Sundown.
Daniel, what do you think about Orion HCCA subs?
They're monsters, man.
Yeah.
Holy shit! They're at spring break this year.
Yeah.
They were everywhere. Oh my god.
Yeah.
And
They're monsters.
Fuck, man.
Yeah.
Remember last year with the Jeep they had? Oh my god. Lord. Holy shit. No, SPL subwoofers are definitely not my thing, and they're not our thing as a store. We carry the SCARs because we get a lot of customers. A lot of DIY guys love the SPL. That's more of a DIY market for sure. And you got Sundown, you got Orion, you got SCAR. I don't even know, is FI still in business?
FI, I don't know.
I don't know, but I mean, they're all really nice woofers. I mean, and they're well built. Beast. The Ryan I like because it's red. I gotta be honest with you. I like it because it's red. Okay, go ahead.
So David, do you guys sell and ship to Canada? No, sorry. Reason I'm asking is I'm waiting for the DRV 520. We're waiting for him too. Always come out later for Canada.
Yeah.
Go across the border.
It hasn't even shipped yet, so
Yeah,
you're not going to see that probably until, what is this, April, May? End of May.
Yeah, that's what they're saying, but sometimes the stuff gets delayed.
Let's hope it's not like the HDMI dongle.
Right, yeah.
It's available in Australia.
Yeah.
Mate.
So Vaughn wants to know, what's the price on the 9605? I can't seem to find any local shops that carry here in Maryland. We have a new one, Vaughn. They're about $250. We have some refurbished ones. I can do you for like $169 if you want to call us tomorrow.
727-216.
6170.
Give Paul a call. It's also on every video that we do on YouTube. Has it in the beginning and the end. So give Paul a call tomorrow, and he will take care of it for you. He will ship it.
Gabe, when adding an EQ with built-in line driver, 8 volts max, and head unit is 4 volt, what would the total volts be?
Well, it doesn't add like that. You still have rails in which the sound can travel at. All you're doing is you're maximizing the input of the EQ so that it hits its potential rails. So, you have the 4 volt coming into the EQ. The EQ, if it has a 10 volt output, it will only have a 10 volt output if you give it the right amount of voltage. So you're not like you're going to have 14 volts of output. What you're trying to do is just give the EQ enough voltage so that it can reach its maximum output voltage. That's all that. That's how that works. So it's not like you're getting. I got 4 volts going into that, and then I got 10 volts coming out of that. I got 14 volts. No, all you're trying to do is get the most amount of signal into the EQ, so that the EQ then can hit its potential, and then out to the amplifiers. The key is to keep the gains in the amplifier as low as possible, because most EQs induce noise, and it really sucks. That's why everyone's kind of gone away from them. Other than like your cool EQs, you know, the computer-controlled ones. Those don't have noise because those aren't $99.
Gonzalo wants to know what's the price of the Alpine PDR V75. We sell them for about $300. So if you want one, call us. Stanley wants to know benefits of strapping master slave mono block amp together to get double the power. Is this cost effective to do versus buying big mono block amplifier?
So my opinion on that is this. I'm not a fan of strapping. I'm a fan of, if you have 2 big ass woofers, buy 2 big ass amplifiers, put one on each. That way if you have a catastrophic failure, it just takes out the one amplifier that is attached to that. If you're one of those guys that can do like some 4-voice coil 18-inch subwoofer, and you can put 2,000 watts to each voice coil, buy 4 amps. Or, you know, I like the 4,000 watts. I have this does 2, buy 2,000 for this, buy 2,000 for that. That way, when one vaporizes, which it's going to, because SPL amps woofers, it's not an if, it's a when the shit is going to break. You're only out this one side. You know, that's my thought on the matter. People have theirs. I'm a 1 amp, 1 sub. No strapping, no. Not a fan.
Tone, what are your thoughts on the Scar FS6s and 8s? Planning on getting 2 6s on the front doors and 8s for the rear deck with a NVX 800.4. That'd be plenty loud.
Louds hurt my head.
Yeah.
We sell them. We sell them. Actually, we just shot a video where we finally did a system where we did some louds. We shot that last week, so hopefully in a month I'll have that video up. We did that was last week. That was something we didn't talk about. We did was a Chevy Silverado, right? 2015 Chevy Silverado?
No, it was a Dodge Ram.
Oh, okay.
Dodge Ram, 14 Ram.
Yeah, Dodge 14 Ram. We put Neo tweeters in the dash, loud closed sealed back 6.5s in all the doors. He had some JL woofers, and we just put a ton of frickin' power on it. There's Bill. And it just made your ears bleed. He loved it.
So Dan just joined. How's it
Dan,
going?
is that Dan Basehead Murphy?
Dan Demo Murphy. You got to give us a demo, man. We came out to SBN and you weren't even there. So you got to bring it to the shop and give us a demo of your Ranger
road,
Danger.
Face the road. Fernando, you look older. Bill.
Hello, Daisy.
Hi, Bill.
From Houston, Texas. Thanks for watching.
Texas is the place, man.
Yeah. What are some great 6.5 components? Miguel wants to know, using the 4200 NEX only with maybe adding amp later.
Depending on what kind of music you listen to, like we recommend a lot of the Rockford Punch speakers. If you have the budget, check into the Focal Access speakers. But it's that 18 watts by 4 that queers the deal. You can only get so good when you're using the deck power. It's 50 watts by 4, but it's really 18 watts by 4. So the Kenwood Exelons, actually, check out the Kenwood Exelon 7-inch separates. What is that, the KFC?
Yeah, I think it's the 184Cs, the components.
Yeah 184Cs.
Yeah.
It's actually a 7-inch speaker you can put in a 6-inch location. It comes with a cool spacer. Check those out. Those work really, they make 2 levels, not the higher end level, but the normal level works great with the 18 watts by 4 deck power, and will also handle an 80 to 100 watt amp on them and just just sound amazing. And the mid bass that comes out of those things is freaking awesome. So check out the Kenwood Exelon 7-inch speakers. You can find them on their website under the Exelon tab.
So Mitch wants to know, hey guys, thanks a bunch for this. I have a Kenwood 9903, and when I select menu and audio, several of the sub-menus are grayed out. I recently pulled the radio out, did something, get reset to factory default. Video bypass.
Yeah, the light green brake wire has to be engaged in order for the menus to work. it's an on-off thing. A lot of the times what people do is when they first power it up, they'll actually tap and then it'll work. The light green brake wire has to be on though. So depending on what that's hooked up to, if you had it installed and they actually hooked it up to emergency brake, it's key on, brake off, on, or install a toggle switch, or pick up a micro bypass. You can get those on eBay or Amazon. Just search micro bypass. But that's why they're great out.
So Jason wants to know, Paul, have they made a shorter car-rated iPhone cable that is shorter than the one you showed in the video? Probably the 6-footer, right? That we showed in the video.
Yeah, it's a 6-footer. We're waiting for the 3.5 foots. Actually, that's something I want to check on this week because we need some cables for another video that we're doing.
3-footers.
And I would love them to send me them because they owe me. But right now, they're still 6-footers. They're supposed to be coming out with a 3-footer, but these guys work backwards.
What do you think of the monoamp Soundstream PA 1.6000D?
Not a Soundstream dealer. Never
We
really
haven't
done
had any-
anything with them.
yeah.
So
We really don't have that around here. Gabe wants to know Alpine 164 versus the Pioneer 8800, the DHX 8800 or the 80 PRS.
the 80 PRS is going to be the cleanest one out of the bunch as far as sound quality, everything. It's going to be the 80 PRS. The only problem with the 80 PRS is it doesn't have Bluetooth. It's an antiquated radio, but it sounds amazing. So if all you're trying to do is like aux in and have amazing sound quality, the 80 PRS is the way to go. If you want the latest, greatest Bluetooth and all the most evolved features, the 8800 Pioneer is going to be the way to go there. That one has everything that Pioneer offers. That is the latest, greatest. It does not have the amazing sound quality of the PRS-80, but it's pretty close. The Alpine is going to be somewhere between the two. There again doesn't have the greatest Bluetooth. Bluetooth on it kind of sucks as far as sound quality goes. USB is where they're at. Some people will say it sounds better than a Pioneer because it's an Alpine. I don't know. That 8800 is a really nice radio.
So Edward wants to know, did you ever make the soldering station I showed you?
No. No, and I wanted to. No. I'm going to, though, because it's like, I really want that. Actually, I just had to order a new soldering gun the other day. Really bummed about that. But no, I want to. We've been just kind of behind. We've been really busy. I'm going to make an excuse. No, I just haven't got around to it.
Ed, we like that joke. I love KFC extra crispy. Good eats. Ken with speaker always.
Oh, KFC. Yeah, KFC.
Kentucky
KFC.
Fried Chicken.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it drives me crazy. KFC doesn't ever have any chicken.
Yeah.
Has anybody ever gone into KFC and actually gotten the chicken you've ordered? Or has it always been, oh man, we only got like 4 pieces of that, and how about 3 pieces? You want 6 pieces of extra crispy, and I'll give you 2 original, and I got some plain.
I stopped going there when they took the spicy chicken out.
Well, because everything you eat has to be on fire.
Chris said he ordered the shirt.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, when you get it, Chris, send us a picture of it on Facebook
or Instagram. Just tag us on Instagram.
Whatever.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Yeah, for sure.
Daisy, when swapping from an old Pioneer DD with a 5-channel amp installed, going with an updated new Sony doubled-in head unit, do you have to redo all the tuning settings?
Yes. Well, not on the amplifier. You may need crossover points. No, you may need to adjust some of the gain. Because obviously different radios have different voltage outputs, so I would check the gains. I wouldn't do them immediately. I would obviously play it, make sure it sounds right, and then if it's not as loud or it's too loud, either turn the gains up or down to compensate for that voltage differential.
Okay, so Andrew Farrar, what's up, Andrew?
Thanks the other day, Andrew. That helped out a ton.
He wants to know, customers calling saying the latest Android update screwed up connectivity on the Alpine head unit. Do I need to update the head unit?
Alpine doesn't believe in updates? No. Welcome to Android. Get an iPhone.
Eric wants to know, when are you guys going to stop selling T-shirts?
The Teespring's weird. They give you only a certain amount of days that you can set it up, and this is the first we're doing this, so I believe there's maybe 8 more days left on that, the deal. After that, I'm going to look into something that's a little bit more permanent, where we can just put up a store and have t-shirts for sale. We're also building a new website right now, which is going to hopefully be up in the next couple months. We might be able to sell them directly through there through another vendor. I haven't figured that out yet. So, plus we want to offer. I want to come up with some other designs for t-shirts. I definitely want to get hats. Nice black on black 5-star hat would be the bomb. So I'm looking into that too. If any of you guys know anybody, internet places that make hats, let me know.
Rock on, Jeff. Steed, I live in Connecticut, and we'll try to find a way to you guys to work on my truck. Love your videos. Thank you.
That is a long drive from Connecticut. When's that guy coming from Michigan?
Memorial Day weekend.
Oh, so in a couple weeks. Yeah, driving down from Michigan.
Jesus says Kentucky Fried Chicken never got the chicken right.
Oh, Jesus, right? See, I hate that place. God, I love their coleslaw, though. Do they not have the best coleslaw?
Yes, Andrew, I have been working out.
Working out ain't working out.
Charles, I have a Pioneer 4800. Is there a possibility to have the name of the song on the display instead of track 2?
Okay, so that really comes down to the CD when it was made, and Pioneer's not paying grace notes for that information. So if it's not on the disc, no. They didn't want. They felt that most people don't play CDs anymore, so they didn't pay for it.
Jeff, looking to get a new Pioneer head unit. How is the 491 BHS compared to others in the price range?
The 491 BHS is basically last year's 5800. It's
exact same radio.
I mean, it's been out for 2 years now. This will be the second year. It's a really nice radio. I mean, what can I say? You know, up from there is the 4200 or 4201 now because it comes with a camera. Pioneer really didn't do much this year, although,
maybe
next month, baby, we'll find something out. Get excited.
So A-Ray, hey guys, what's the best way to run 2 remote wires to 2 different amps, piggyback or relay?
If it's just 2 amps and no power antenna or anything else on that line, you can just go from 1 amp to the next. It's when you have to turn on a power antenna also where a relay is a really good idea. 2 amps should be fine. I mean, we routinely turn on 2 amplifiers without using a relay. The only time we'll add a relay is if we're adding in something else that needs to be powered off of the remote turn on. Amps really don't draw, like if you go back 10 years, amps drew a half amp or half amp of current, guaranteed half amp. Amps nowadays barely drawing. I don't even think they draw that quarter amp. I mean, might even draw an eighth. It's really weak. So I wouldn't stress out about that.
It depends on the radio too, right?
Well, most radios have. There again. I mean, between Kenwood, Pioneer, and Alpine, the 3 that we carry, we don't have any issues with that.
Yeah, it's a lot of the cheaper radios you have to run relays and stuff.
Yeah.
Have you ever? Tone wants to know: have you installed the MEX1 XB100 BT? If so, what are your thoughts on it? I think that's the one that's got like 100 watts by 4. I think that's the one, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, is it Sony?
Yeah, Sony.
No, we never put that in.
Yeah.
We do sell it. Couldn't get any bites.
Eric, will a 5-channel amp work for 3 tweeters in the dash, 2 in the door, then 2 in the back, and 2 tweeters?
So we were like 10 tweeters? Remember, a 5-channel amp, the 5th channel is a dedicated subwoofer channel. So you can't run tweeters off of the 5th channel. You can only run subs. So the 4-channel aspect of it, as long as you're going active, yeah. I mean, as long as it's, most of the loud tweeters are 8 ohms. So as long as you're above 2 ohms on each channel, you're fine.
Charles, running 2 amps, 1 mono, the other 4 channel. Should I wire the capacitor only on the mono amp or both?
I've done both. I typically, if I'm adding a cap, will put it next to the subwoofer amp because that's really the only one that needs it. So yeah, put it next to the sub amp.
Lou, what do you think about the new Kenwood DDX774BH?
I want one. I think that's the radio we're going to put in the Camaro finally. Just got to get time to do it. Is that it? Is that the right one?
No.
Oh,
the DDX774BH, I think he's talking about the 7-inch Kenwood with Bluetooth and HD.
Oh, that's no. Oh no, it's a great radio.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. The 7 is that the 7704 or
774 BH. That's just a 7-inch touchscreen Bluetooth, no nav or anything, no CarPlay.
So that's the
The-
Exelon
it's like
is
the
the 794.
Right.
79. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
We only carry the Exelon line when it comes to most of the radios. So we don't get those. Maybe next year I'm going to try to get them to actually send me the radios so we can do reviews on them, because we do get a ton of questions on them. They just, unlike Pioneer, haven't thought it was cool to give us the radios to do the videos on yet. Pioneer actually shipped us the radios that we're not carrying this year so that we could do the reviews, and then we returned them. They were really nice about that. Next year we're going to try to get Kenwood to get on board with that so that we can answer these questions. You know, my thought is if they're not going to answer the questions, somebody has to. Might as well be us, because there again, who wants to sleep?
Edward, you know it was me searching for the F-150 integration that made me find your videos, so now I make the sales guys watch them so they will actually know what they're talking about.
Oh, no shit, right? So I call Artie. Artie's our Amp of America sales guy. I called him
Okay.
the other night, and he was in that I love you man mode.
Okay.
And he just got done. He's like, bro, I watched the F-150 deck install. That's 27 minutes, man. I was on the edge of my seat going, bro, I can't believe we sell this thing. Oh, my God. Who's going to be able to do this? Yeah. No, you definitely need to upcharge on some of these kit installs for sure. And making the sales guys watch it.
Yeah.
You know, hey, what are you guys doing? You still working on that kit? Oh, wow. Oh, what am I?
Michael wants to know, ever seen a pair of 12-inch Type R12s underneath the rear seat of a crew cab Silverado? Not enough room.
I mean, if you lift the seat, maybe.
Yeah, or put it in the back seat.
If you lift the seat. I mean, what year?
It does not say, but it doesn't matter.
Well, I mean, you can... okay, I mean, if you fiberglass the bottom, face them up, you might be able to fit them. The problem is why would you want to? They're really not made for that.
Yeah.
Alpine makes the Type R shallow mount drivers. That's what they're made for.
Unless you got the shallow Type R12s, but they're stupid money.
But they, whatever. Hey, who say money, baby?
Yeah. John, is the lag on the Pioneer 4000 normal, like playing songs via YouTube? It displays the correct song, then I'll switch to playing a song with via USB, and it still display the info from the previous
Yes.
song.
Yeah, that's normal. You got to remember, these things are very small computers. Very small. Very small. So a lot of people, we get these questions a ton. It's like, no, man, they're not that fast. The processors that they use in these things are comical at best. They're made to do... The Japanese just don't understand what everyone wants these things to do, man. They think, no. It's like people want to plug a USB hub into these things. They want to put a 800 terabyte hard drive with every song on the planet on them. They want a Bluetooth from 6 cars away. They want it to stream every content imaginable. So no, yeah, there is going to be a little bit of lag because the processors in them are small, so it's one of those things. Yeah.
So Andrew wants to know, 2016, I guess he's working on a Hyundai installing an aftermarket sub.
Yeah.
How do you shut off the factory DSP?
You don't. You got to go before it. Call me. Just call me tomorrow.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it. We'll figure it out.
So Dave wants to know, as an owner, how do you choose what products to carry and not carry?
Oh, tell me, Paul.
Well, I mean, you just gotta look at the demand and what people are coming in to asking for. I mean, we try to pick the people that we have long relationships with, and we want to carry reputable products. We don't want to carry just anything. We don't want to carry crap where you're just warranting the stuff out every day.
That's true.
Yeah, we don't have time for that, and we don't want like a boomerang. So just reputable products. And the company matters too. So it depends on how their warranty works, and basically Dean and Fernando, they test a lot of these products. That's why we have these videos. So we make sure that these products are doing what the manufacturers are saying they're doing and how well they're doing it. So if they're not doing a good job on the product,
Bill, cool. Yeah.
So if they're not doing a good job on the product, we're going to let them know that, and basically we'll just try to sell something that does a better job.
Yeah, not every manufacturer makes everything perfect. So, I mean, even though we carry a ton of stuff, I mean, we carry Focal, we carry Hertz, we carry Pioneer, we carry Kenwood, we carry Alpine, we carry Rockford, we carry Kicker. And then we'll carry other things, like we also have Audio Pipe, we have Scar, we have some Planet Audio stuff. What else? Obviously, we carry Phoenix Gold. So we carry a ton of stuff. Paul loves products. Okay, he loves products. He's the guy that does not want to be without. So, I mean, if you come in here, he wants to make sure that he can build you a system. No questions asked. It doesn't matter if you have this or you have this. There's going to be something for you. He wants it all. He doesn't discriminate. He doesn't care. Our job as the installers is to try all this stuff out and go, no, this doesn't work with that combination. Don't do that. Do this. Stick with this. Use that. And then we'll go back. And Bill Freeman there, our boy, he brought up an interesting point too. It all depends on the rep too. If the rep's a dick, it's no fun to deal with. I mean, there's been plenty of products that are really nice products that guys have come in and been like, hey, we want you to carry this. We're like, no, we don't.
So if you come in here as a rep,
like
you feed us. We're gonna
well, yeah. Well, but I mean, at the end of the day, too, you have to be able to work with these guys. So like, we have our Kicker reps, we have our Rockford reps. We have all these reps, and they're really good guys, and we could do business with them because they are really good guys, and they listen to us, and they that's a lot of it too. So
the company that you're dealing with matters. If they're just there to like push product on you,
it's not worth it.
It's not worth it. I mean, if they're not there to support you, like returns or try to get you.
If they're calling you at the end of every month saying you got to do this, and then when you have a problem, they're not there. Fuck those guys. Screw those guys.
Yeah.
They're not. Yeah. So that's important. The relationship it's a give and take.
Tim wants to know, what do you think about the Scotia kit for the 15 and up Mustang? I don't think we've done one of those yet.
I don't.
We're waiting for the pack kit to come out. It should be pretty soon here in a couple months. That's what I already said.
Yeah. I mean, every Scotia kit we did, we sent back. I mean, we had those nightmares with the Camaros. We sent those back.
Yeah.
So I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of Scotia Electronics. I mean, Metro is enough of a headache when it comes to their electronics.
Every time, if you have to like update it, forget it.
It's like there's certain headaches you try to avoid. Metro, you're guaranteed to hit your head again. Do this at least once. Scotia, I don't know, man. I've just never had any luck with their electronics. Some guys love them. I'm not one of them.
So Daisy wants to know, I have a 2013 Chrysler 300 with the Beats audio, not the best sound. What do you guys recommend to integrate aftermarket amps into the factory head unit without breaking the bank? Audio control, Pack Pro. And which speakers should I keep? And which speakers should I keep? Front, rear, doors, or all? Thanhanks for love for your video.
Which car was it?
It's a 300 Chrysler 300 2013.
So we actually did one of those a couple years back where we put the for the baseball guy, and he had the Beats by Dre system in it, where it had the 6 3.5, 4 6x9s. He wanted to keep all that crap. Mm-hmm. We ended up putting 2 sets of Hertz high energy 6x9s off of a 4-channel amp with 2 12s in the back off of a mono amp. Took all the 3.5s out of the system, and we did basically back then the version of Pack Pro. Killed it. Those Hertz 6x9s were the bomb. So yeah, don't be afraid to lose some of those 3.5s, especially the ones right here behind you. Those things are terrible. Why you would put a speaker here in the dash and then one 4 inches behind your head and expect that to sound good? No, that was a bad idea. So yeah, nice tweeters in the dash, some really nice 6x9s all the way around, nice 4-channel amp. I'd do the Pack Pro interface. You'd be good to go.
Alexander says, hey guys, I have a tip about one product 5-star don't have. Is it possible your company could take it in? I could send one email to give more information about it. Yeah, sure, we'll look at it. Send it to 5starcarstereo@gmail.com. 5 spelled out. I'll look at it. And Thomas, have you seen any early releases of Alpine AV units? I'm just worried they didn't put dual phone pairing in the new stuff. Right now, I talked to my rep today or a couple days ago, last week. All the new Alpine stuff, release, like the ILX stuff, is held up by Apple accreditation. So might be a little bit before we see any of that stuff or get any kind of information on it.
Alpine is funny when it comes to their brand. They like, just to give you an idea of how we have to work with Alpine. When Alpine needed to do a software update, they sent their reps around and pulled all the products, did the software update. We couldn't even get a copy of the software update to fix other people's radios because they're like, no, man, we had to sign NDAs and all this crap. So they don't talk to us about anything. They are the... They suck to deal with. That's one of those companies that you just carry because they're Alpine. But, man, what a pain.
Mark, any regrettable business decision? Just name one that you're glad you made because it made you better.
Moving to Florida.
Yeah, moving to Florida. Hiring Dean, he's a really good guy. He's really a good guy. Andrew, 5 years working with Paul and 10 years with Dean. Thanks for your support, Andrew. We love you too. We got to go do wings one day again.
Yeah. If you ever get time.
Yeah. Eric, you guys need to open up a shop in Cali. I'll come work for you guys.
Cali.
Cali.
Two things about Cali that I took away when I went there. I went there for vacation. Oh, we just froze up.
Yep.
All right, we're back. We'll wrap this up real quick. Okay, two things about Cali: taco stands on each corner, and I didn't know the churro was your state food. I've never seen so many churros in my life.
I've been to California one time, and it's a good place. Maybe I'll come back, but probably not to open up.
I love California.
Yeah.
I love it.
You want to move?
No way. Earthquakes scare me.
Yeah.
It's bad enough we
have
hurricanes.
Water around us.
Yeah. Bad enough we have the fake hurricanes here all the time that I pay for every year in my insurance.
So,
okay.
Tony wants to know, Paul, what are Dean's best qualities?
I don't
Dean's
have
very picky. I mean, he's very anal about everything, so which is good. When it comes to doing his work, I mean, he wants to make sure it's perfect. And your wife wants to go to...
yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Lucky Dill. Yay!
Yeah. So we've been on for almost over an hour.
Yeah, we're going to wrap this up here. Let's hit these last few questions and
we'll... Is there any... Tim wants to know, is there anyone other than Scotia that makes a dash kit so I can get it doubled in my 15 Mustang?
Pack is going to be out in a couple months if you want to wait. If you saw that video we just did on the F-150... They're going to do that same look, feel, style, everything for the Mustang. It's just, right now they're in like alpha stage. So according to my guys, who are a little bit different than his guys, they're hoping by the end of the year. So if you can wait. Otherwise, do the Scotia and just plan on selling it.
Yeah, I would wait.
The Pack is going to be better, guaranteed.
You already waited 2 years, so just wait another few months.
You might have just got the car. All right, go ahead. Let's.
Eduardo, do you think the Alpine Restyle is overpriced?
Yes.
Yes.
It's overpriced, and if you think a 4800 slow, yeah. When we had the Japanese guys in here, I said, you know the one thing that pisses me off about these? Tick, 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 tick. I'd already hit the button 50 times.
And what was his excuse?
Oh, this was the best. Oh, Pioneer get better deal on processors than we do. I'm like,
but their radios don't cost $3,000.
Yeah. I'm like, fuck, are you kidding me? Yeah. Okay, so I got a radio for $250 that'll just spank the shit out of a $3,000 radio.
So Jesus says Cali is pricey. Yeah, we heard. Yeah, that's why we don't want to move there. Charles says, I watch all your videos. You guys are doing a great job. You help me a lot to choose my components. Can't wait this summertime and get all to build it. Keep it up. So send us pictures on our Facebook whenever you get it. Whenever you do it.
Yeah. I love pictures.
Frost wants to know: do you guys schedule or is it first come first serve?
Both.
We do both.
We do both.
Yeah, we schedule. Then if we're done with it, then we'll take in walk-ins. Yeah. Ted wants to know: do you guys sell marine speakers? Yes, we do. We sell Rockford, Alpine. Kicker, Kenwood, so we have quite a few. And
then we also carry the Polk Audio Momos for the oddball sizes.
No, the DB series.
Yeah, DB, whatever.
Roger wants to know, can the average Joe tell the difference between a Rockford T5 and a T4 components?
I talked to, what's his name, Rico this last year when we had the training.
Oh, yeah.
And you should be able to hear the difference. I personally have never worked with the speakers, but according to Rico from Rockford, that's a funny one, Yeah, they're two totally different
Go
ideas. Two totally different ideas. Two totally different customers. So what I got out of is the T5 is definitely more musical, laid back, smoother speaker than any of the other ones. So.
Nicholas, do you guys know any good kit for a 2012 Nissan Armada? I think you like the.
It depends
the
if it has
Metro one.
that up that
Yeah,
nav-
it's the big kit.
Yeah.
So check out MetroOnline.com. They have a pretty decent kit. Eric wants to know if you guys are hiring. Time for hiring in Florida. Time for a change.
No.
Not right now. I think that's it.
That's it?
Yeah. You guys have a great
love
evening,
your
folks.
videos. You've helped me a lot. Thanks, Tim. Paul, can you sponsor Dean's trip to Oklahoma?
John wants to know, can you sponsor Dean's trip to Omaha so he can? Why don't you come here? You know, get it out of the cold. Come here. We get people that like that all the time. We'll do your system here.
Yeah, no, he doesn't let me go at all. I mean, it's pretty rough to get time off.
It's better you come here.
All right, guys. As usual, thank you very much. This was great. We appreciate all your questions as usual. Sweden. It's time to go here in Sweden. Keep up the good work. Thanks, man. We'll see you guys next week as usual. You guys have a great night, and we will see you later next time. Bye.
Bye, guys.